Hey, you might not know this about me. When I was 20 years old, I saw a CAT scan and I had a brain tumor about that big. At the time, I thought I was experiencing my dream. I had tried to get to the US of A to play basketball for 5 years. Finally made it there. After my first semester, I am in fantastic physical shape, and I just start to have this dizziness and end up puking throughout one of the practices. And I go to the doctor, and there's a tumor in my brain bigger than a golf ball. So that is the first time in my life that I knew something. So the reason for this video is that I'm going to take you through the 4 steps of manifesting anything you want in your life. And the steps are, the first step, which a lot of people are at, is I am not worthy. And that's kind of where I was before I started playing basketball. Like when I was bullied, when I was young, then I was at the stage of not being worthy. The next stage number 2, is using your empathy. Because somebody that's not worthy is not going to all of a sudden just get enough belief to start doing things. But to get to the stage of believing, which is the third stage of manifesting, then you can use your empathy. That's the crossover state from being not worthy and going to the state of believing you can't do anything. So when I was 15 years old, I was already 6 foot tall, and I couldn't dunk the basketball. And I remember I was feeling sorry for myself. And I said it to my dad, oh, I can't dunk the basketball. And my dad doesn't know anything about basketball. So what he told me, he said, you can do it. And just by him saying it without a doubt, he knew I could do it. I didn't believe in myself. Then I used my empathy to experience his belief in me. And you can do this with your coaches, with your children, with your spouses, with your friends, with your family members. You can use, if you're at the point that you feel you're not worth it, use your empathy to start your journey. Use the belief other people have in you. So he told me that he asked me a question. He said, okay, when you dunk the ball, what is that? He said. I tried to explain it to him. He said, okay, fine. Can you see it with your eyes closed? And I said, yeah, I can do that. Can you see how your feet are moving? Yeah. Can you see how your hands are moving? Yeah. Can you see how your body moves in the air? Yeah. Okay, good. Take 15 minutes every night, close your eyes, and just visualize that, nothing else, and see what happens. I did that because I believed in my dad. I didn't believe in myself. I believed in my dad, so I did that. 1 year later, I could do almost any dunk I dreamt of doing. Almost. So then, when you start to see how the empathy works for you, you start to believe in yourself. So that followed the journey to USA, starting to play basketball there with a full scholarship. And I have 100% belief in myself. I know that I can do anything. Anything is possible. And when I'm at that stage, I get the news that I have a bigger than a golf ball sized tumor. And if I had not been at the stage of knowing then that might have shattered my dream. But what it did is the moment that I found out that I had something, it was a sensation of relief. It was like, oh, good, there's something wrong with me, because, it's not normal to feel like this. So just get it out, doctor. And I have a game next weekend, so we'll be done by then. And they just looked at me like I was crazy. They're like, you have a brain tumor. I was like, yeah, so you're going to get it out, right? And the other thing that helped me be at the stage of knowing something's going to happen is having a good doctor. I was lucky that I actually had the best doctor. And the doctor just told me, I've never lost a patient. I am the best one in the world. And that confidence just added on top of that. I already knew everything's going to be okay. And then you go through the process before the surgery of people coming and visiting you in the hospital, people crying, and people just looking at you like that's the last time they will ever see you. But me, it felt like a theater. I was like, why are they so upset? Everything's going to be okay. I knew 100% that everything's going to be okay, and I couldn't wait to get the surgery. Just get it done, carry on, move on. That's the state where you want to be at when you manifest things. The state of knowing that something's going to happen. So I started fooling around with them, I would tell them different stories. It was like, how are you doing, honey? Oh, they just had to cut some of my brain out because I was too smart for Americans. And then I would tell the next one, they have this new Intel Pentium chip that's really good in math. They're going to put it in here because I had some math problems. And I would just make up stories and have fun with it. So I was in a blissful moment, still sick, with a tumor. And to close the story, I don't want this video to be too long. Everything worked out perfectly. They told me I would not play basketball for 6 months. And I told the doctors before I went into surgery, no, I'll be playing much sooner than that. And believe it or not, I had surgery January 13th, 1998. February 13th, 1998, after a brain surgery, I was released by the doctor to play basketball again. And he said, I've never seen anything like it. Because I knew. That's how powerful your mind is when you know something. And I will end this with a quick example. Let's say that you have to go to the store to get something. And you know for a fact, this is at the stage of knowing, the fourth stage of manifesting. You know without a doubt that you will get there. You don't have a car. You don't have a bike. You do not have anything to ride on, and it's too far to walk. Yet you still know for a fact that you will be able to get to the store. With that mindset, you are open to ideas and ready to take action. And that's where the answer reveals itself. Okay, you could take a taxi. You could call an Uber. You could call a family member to give you a ride. You could go outside and hitchhike. You could do so many things to get to the store. And you know for a fact you're going to go there. And now, here's the tricky part. Let's say the unimaginable would happen. Okay? The store gets sucked down to the ground through a sinkhole. The store is no longer there. And you're like, oh, but I was in a state of knowing. Isn't that when everything manifests into my reality? Yes, you are right. But, let me explain it. But, sometimes on your way to manifest your dreams, your destination changes a little bit. That does not change the dream. You will go to a different store to get the same ingredients that you needed for whatever recipe or reason. It did not change the fact, anything about what you were going to get from the store. It only changed the store. So when you're in the state of knowing and you start to manifest your dreams, Your destination might change along the way. Your house will be revealed on your way, but your dream will be manifested just like it's supposed to be manifested. Have a super awesome day, and I enjoyed making this video. Maybe I'll make more soon. Alright guys,